What happens when fast food chains take bold risks with their menus? Sometimes you can't wait to try something new, and sometimes the results will make you say, I'm never doing that again. Can you imagine McDonald's turning its nose at its core customers and investing in an exclusive grown-up burger? How about a taco-flavored burger that would have tasted great if it didn't make you look like a toddler playing with its food? Be sure to stick around for the last one because you might have been excited to try it. McDonald's Arch Deluxe Burger. Imagine being a teen in the 90s and McDonald's told you there was a burger with the grown-up taste. What do they mean by that? You might have wanted to try it to see what the fuss was all about. In 1996, McDonald's ambitiously attempted to target adult customers by introducing the Arch Deluxe Burger. It was meant to be a sophisticated alternative to McDonald's kid-friendly fare. It featured a potato flour bun, peppered bacon, leaf lettuce, tomato, and a Dijon mustard mayo sauce. The company spent a whopping $100 million on marketing, making it one of the most expensive fast food launches in history. Despite all the hype, the Arch Deluxe flopped. Customers found it bland and overpriced, and many felt that McDonald's was trying too hard to appeal to a demographic that wasn't interested in artisanal burgers. McDonald's expected the Arch Deluxe to bring in $1 billion in sales, but it fell far short of that goal. By 2000, the Arch Deluxe was removed from menus, cementing its place as one of McDonald's most infamous failures.
Yes, I even get to make the Arch Deluxe.
Taco Bell Bell Beefer. Taco Bell, known for its think outside the bun commercials, pushed the boundaries of what Mexican-inspired fast food can be. In the 1970s, the Taco Bell Bell Beefer was introduced to at least one burger offering to compete with McDonald's and Burger King. The sandwich was a taco on a bun featuring Sloppy Joe-style ground beef with Taco Bell's signature seasoning, lettuce, and diced onions with a mild border sauce. While the idea seemed clever, combining taco flavors with a hamburger format, the execution was less than appetizing. The Bell Beefer was notoriously messy, with customers frequently complaining that it fell apart in their hands. It was the burger that fell outside the bun. Despite its flaws, the Bell Beefer remained on Taco Bell's menu for nearly 2 decades until it was finally retired in the 1990s. Though it developed a small following of loyal fans, the Bell Beefer is primarily remembered as a fast food experiment gone wrong for a very long time. Some nostalgic customers still petition Taco Bell to bring it back, but it's unlikely this soggy mess will ever make a comeback. Jack in the Box Frings. Do you want fries or onion rings with your meal? We know it's hard to choose. In 1979, Jack in the Box introduced Frings. The marketing gimmick was meant to solve the dilemma of choosing between the two sides for the value of one. Their commercial tried to entice you to order the Frings, making it sound like you were doing something naughty. While the concept sounded promising, it only created more problems for Jack in the Box. They put the mix of fries and onion rings in a slightly wider paper bag. Fries usually come in. Each order of Frings was inconsistent as many customers complained that they didn't get an equal amount of both. Frings were removed from the menu in the early 1980s, and while some fans still fondly remember them, they never achieved the results Jack in the Box had hoped for. Today, customers who want fries and onion rings must order them separately. If you were wondering, Gus Fring from Breaking Bad was not named after Jack in the Box Frings.
And my taste buds will never be the same again.
McDonald's McSpaghetti. Remember in the 80s when McDonald's offered McPizza? That didn't stop McDonald's from trying to offer more Italian food. In the late 80s, McDonald's introduced McSpaghetti as part of an effort to diversify their menu. It was spaghetti noodles and tomato sauce with grated Parmesan cheese. It didn't even come with any meatballs. It was met with widespread disappointment. Customers who went to McDonald's for burgers and fries might have seen it and tried it once. They found the meal was unremarkable and they never ordered it again. The presentation didn't help either. Fast food spaghetti didn't look appealing, especially served in a styrofoam box. McSpaghetti was quickly removed from U.S. menus, but it still exists in select international markets such as the Philippines, where spaghetti is a favorite and is often served with fried chicken. However, for most Americans, it remains a bizarre and forgettable experiment from McDonald's past. Wendy's Frescata sandwiches. What happens when one of your favorite burger restaurants takes an entirely different direction, only to disappoint you? In 2006, Wendy decided to break away from their burger-heavy menu and take on the famous Subway by offering deli-style meat sandwiches called Frescatas. The sandwiches were made with fresh ingredients like boar's head, Black Forest ham, roasted turkey, Swiss cheese with basil and pesto. They were marketed as a healthier alternative to fast food burgers. However, this shift was a massive mismatch for loyal Wendy's customers. The sandwiches took much longer to prepare than their famous burgers, frustrating customers who didn't have time to wait. The Frescatas didn't fit with Wendy's brand. Known for its juicy burgers and crispy fries, the chain's core audience wasn't looking for a sandwich they could quickly get from Subway. Despite its promise of freshness, the Frescata failed to catch on, and after 1 year, it was discontinued. Wendy's quickly returned to its roots, focusing on burgers and fries.
Do Wendy's new Frescata sandwiches, stacked with premium meats, natural Swiss, and fresh veggies.
Subway Seafood Sensation Sub. Subway's entry on this list might be the most polarizing. It's famous for its sandwich customization, which allows customers to pile on toppings and sauces to their heart's content. Subway Seafood Sensation Sub, introduced in 1993, blended cold imitation crab meat and mayonnaise as protein. The sub often left most people queasy. No extra toppings or dressing could mask the odd flavor combination. Despite its lack of popularity, the seafood sensation hung around for 2 decades before being discontinued in the mid-2010s. For a sandwich that lasted that long, who knows? Maybe some of you do want it back.
Oh yeah, baby!
McDonald's Hula Burger. The Hula Burger was introduced in 1963 as an offering for Catholic customers who avoided meat on Fridays during Lent. It was compared to the filet of fish to see which burger fared better. The Hula Burger was a vegetarian sandwich featuring a slice of grilled pineapple topped with cheese. That's it. Pretty simple. The filet of fish won and earned its place on the permanent menu. The Hula Burger, however, was a failure. Customers found the combination of pineapple, cheese, and bread unappetizing. If you're wondering why don't they bring it back and add a hamburger patty, McDonald's did this in 1985 in Australia and called it Golden Grill. It was available for a limited time but didn't generate enough interest to continue, unlike putting pineapple as a topping on your pizza.
It's absolutely awful. It's disgusting. Never do this.
Taco Bell Seafood Salad. When you go to Taco Bell, if you're in the mood for a salad, you might expect to find a taco salad with seasoned ground beef. The last thing you can expect is seafood, especially at Taco Bell. In 1986, Taco Bell tried to offer their seafood by introducing the seafood salad. The salad was meant to be a healthy offering featuring shrimp, crab, and whitefish. Unfortunately, the salad was a disaster. The seafood tasted anything but fresh, especially after a late night of partying. No catch of the day here. The combination of seafood with traditional taco salad ingredients like lettuce, cheese, tomatoes, and let's add black olives didn't sit well with customers. It was clear Taco Bell's loyal fan base wasn't interested in seafood with their salad, and the item was discontinued not long after its debut.
The new seafood salad from Taco Bell, the cure for the common meal.
Dunkin Chocolate Butternut Donut. Who doesn't enjoy a good donut from Dunkin? Did you know there was a donut that, if you ate it, would completely wreck your morning? Introduced in the early 2000s, this decadent donut seemed an excellent option for chocolate lovers. It combined rich chocolate deep-fried dough with a crunchy butternut topping. However, it quickly became notorious for being a sugar-laden disaster. The donut had over 20 grams of sugar and up to 10 grams of saturated fat, precisely the equivalent of eating 2 glazed donuts in one go. It was the type of treat that tasted great after you finished it, but soon after, it would spike your blood sugar and leave you wanting your bed again. The public caught on and Dunkin quietly phased it out. Who knew you could pack so much damage into a small treat? Burger King Enormous Omelet Sandwich. Have you ever had a breakfast sandwich like bacon, egg, and cheese? These are typically served on a roll, but how about having them on a hero-style loaf? In 2005, Burger King introduced the Enormous Omelet Sandwich. This sandwich behemoth featured a folded omelet-style egg patty, 2 sausage patties, and bacon topped with American melted cheese, all stacked into one massive meal. At first, the sandwich was a hit, boosting Burger King's breakfast sales by 20%. But it didn't take long for the novelty to wear off. Customers were shocked to discover that the sandwich packed over 700 calories in a single serving, and it soon became the target of nutritionists and critics alike. Burger King rebranded the breakfast sandwich to the Supreme Breakfast Sandwich in 2007. Eventually, sales dwindled and customers turned away from this enormous sandwich. Burger King discontinued it in 2012, making way for normal-sized breakfast options like the croissant and breakfast burritos.
This is horrible. This is the horrible omelet sandwich.
McDonald's McSalad shakers. If your food requires you to do something other than unwrap and eat it, it will not be successful. In the early 2000s, McDonald's faced increasing pressure to offer healthier menu options. Their solution? Making eating salad more fun. The McSalad shaker was a salad served in a tall plastic cup that customers could shake to mix in the dressing. The reality, however, was less tasty. While the shaking aspect was a novelty, it didn't compensate for the inconsistent portions or the lack of salad ingredients. Some customers found their McSalad shakers full of nothing but lettuce, while others complained that the shaking left the salad soggy. By the mid-2000s, it was discontinued in favor of more traditional salads that didn't require shaking.
I remember those. Do you remember those? Those things were actually not that bad, where you put the dressing in and you shake it all up.
Burger King sliders. You know that saying, if at first you don't succeed, try again? Burger King did just that. They attempted to get a piece of White Castle's market share and introduced sliders to their menu. First introduced in 1987 as bundles, these mini burgers were marketed as a smaller, more convenient alternative to their larger counterparts with 3 sliders. However, they didn't catch on. In 1990, Burger King tried again with Buddies, another slider variation with 2 sliders that also failed to gain traction. In 2009, the chain reintroduced sliders yet again as BK Burger Shots with half a dozen sliders, but customers remained unimpressed. Despite multiple attempts, Burger King sliders were never able to compete with White Castle, where sliders are all they are famous for. Today, you won't find slider burgers on Burger King's menu.
Just like the big ones.
Oh, I just want to squeeze them.
Pizza Hut Priazzo. In the 80s, you heard many cities had their own pizza styles. After New York-style pizza, there was Chicago-style deep dish pizza. In 1985, Pizza Hut tried to tap into this popularity with their version, the Priazzo. This double-crusted pizza was loaded with cheese sauce and pork toppings, making it a hefty and indulgent meal. Pizza Hut was so confident in its new creation that it spent $15 million on an ad campaign, predicting the Priazzo would be a hit. Unfortunately, the Priazzo's complexity turned out to be its downfall. Chicago-style deep dish pizza, as it implies, is known for its thickness, which took far too long to prepare and cook, frustrating customers expecting a quick meal. The heavy layers of ingredients made it more of a pie than a pizza. Many people found it challenging to eat and overly rich. Despite Pizza Hut's grand ambitions, the Priazzo never met its expectations and was quietly discontinued by the early 1990s.
A blend of zesty Italian sausage, green peppers, onions, and cheeses.
There you have it. If you enjoyed this video, watch some more. YouTube thinks you'll enjoy this video.